On the Go.
On the Go.
With Ginta.
Marina, hello.
Hi.
I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Likewise.
On the set of On the Go with Ginta. And we know each other since a while because we shared the same stage a couple
last
years
year.
ago.
Yeah.
Last year or even 2 years ago during the World Influencer Awards, the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
So how is life?
It's amazing. It's very different from Cannes because I live in San Francisco in Silicon Valley. So everything is tech, everything is startups, nothing is about dresses or dressing up. So this is the time for me during the year to just feel like a princess, to send pictures back to my kids back home, like showing them, oh, mommy's a princess, she's actually wearing dresses. My kids are like, oh, we're so happy. So yeah, that's the only time in the year when I wear gowns.
So how do you feel in this beautiful dress, green
I
with
love
like some
it.
pink feathers?
You know, I like this color. I like that it's pink and it has this, surprise.
Yeah.
And I like that it also has feathers. That means I can be like there and no earrings, nothing. But yeah.
Yeah, it's already a lot is happening.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
of course,
exactly.
And your lipstick like matches wonderfully.
Yeah.
How do you dress when you're back home?
Leggings,
Of course.
hoodie.
California
no,
style?
Actually, I try to be one of the only stylish people in Silicon Valley. Because again, people in Silicon Valley, they don't care about what they look like. They care about the impact they create, how they change the world. I care about that too, but I'm also a girl, and I'm Eastern European. I like to dress up, so. Any party that I go to, I try to kind of stand out with my outfit, and that actually helps. When you are the only one dressed up, people are kind of interested. Like, why is she doing that?
They notice you.
Why does she care about the way she looks? And then this is how I make friends in Silicon Valley.
Of course. And do you think looks really matter, like in your job? Or
I think in my job, yes. And
It's a
I
tool?
underestimated that. So I started creating content in 2014, and I thought, this is when we moved to Silicon Valley, and I was like, nobody cares about my looks, everybody cares about my business. But then I actually realized that visual part is also important because it tells you, it shows the status to everyone, it shows that you care. So I feel like it's really important.
everything is happening right now. We're on the
Exactly.
stage and there's
Exactly.
like rehearsals, DJs and stage building. So we're in the middle, in the heart of the event.
Exactly. And it's crazy when you go outside, like everyone is so beautiful, everyone is, trying to take pictures of everyone. So cool.
Do you ever talk about this madness on social media?
I
You
do.
share this?
Yeah, I share, especially on my Instagram, because my Instagram is more like lifestyle. So yes, of course, I share it. And some people because they followed me because I speak about English and standardized testing on YouTube. They're like, what are you doing there? And I really want to show every girl that every girl can be a part of something like this, like a ball, wear a gown. I feel like this makes us feel like princesses, even if we work, even if we have kids. This is the time of the year where you shine. And I feel like every woman, regardless of her profession, of her job, has the right to shine.
What about juggling? Career, being a mom, being a wife, being a sister maybe? Do you have sisters?
No, I'm the only child, but I'm a daughter, right?
You're a
I'm
daughter.
Parent, so yeah, it's a lot. I have 2 small kids. This is the only time of the year when I travel without them. I have 2 businesses, 3 channels on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, like a lot. I have a great team. They help me with everything. And also I feel like prioritizing certain things at a certain time. Sometimes like, okay, this month we'll focus on my company because we're releasing a new app. The next month I can actually focus on my blogs because I'm getting amazing guests for my podcast. So I feel this actually gives me some peace of mind because sometimes, you have problems at your work and you're like, oh, my life is over, but then you have kids, you have this, another thing. So switching between things is something that really works for me. For some people, it's like focus on one thing,
Yes.
make it huge. For me is let's have several companies, let's make several bets. And this gives me peace of mind that I have plan A, plan B, plan C. I think for a woman it's really important.
Absolutely. And how do you deal with pressure or burnout?
I try not to, I can't afford burning out.
Of course.
Because, when there are so many things going on. But first of all, I try to take 4 to 6 weeks off every year, like completely switch off social media.
I love that. 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6.
Oh,
This is
you just put that in your calendar, like
Yeah, like
Time
normally
blocks.
during summer when we travel with our kids, I just switch off my social media and I just enjoy being with them. Especially also if you're a creator, if you post that you're in this location, people start texting like, oh, let's meet, like all of your friends. You're like, no. Let's just, switch up everything. 4 to 6 weeks, just me, my kids, my family, we travel, we explore. So that really helps me. But also, again, switching tasks. I was growing up, and like my mom is pro work, so she's like, you have to work all the time. So whenever I told her like, Mom, maybe we should, rest, she's like, rest is when you switch activities. So after school, you go take a dance class, then you take a singing class, switching activity is your rest. I'm like, okay, this is how I was raised.
Oh, that is very interesting. I love that point of view, actually. Yeah. So that's really impressive. And we were talking about looks, items, accessories. Do you have an accessory that you never leave your home without?
That's a great question. Well, I always have my camera with me, which is very fun. 2 phones, because one is always dead and you need another one. I recently got this phone case, Hailey Bieber's phone case.
Oh yes,
with a lip gloss. Because the second item that I always have with me is a lip balm or something for my lips because they're always dry.
Oh, same.
And I feel like this is really cool. Like her idea of having your lip gloss in your iPhone case, the best.
Oh, fabulous. What was the first thing that you packed in your luggage when you were on the way to Cannes?
I think these silver shoes, because they're my favorite for going out. They go with every dress.
Yeah, mirror shoes. What's the brand?
Malone Soliers.
Malone. Oh, I love Malone.
If I pronounced that correctly.
Yes,
yeah, but
Malone,
they
I love them.
I've had them for, I think, 2 years. I bought them for a very special occasion. I was hosting EduCon, which is like a huge Google conference for educational creators. And I really wanted like something, like a piece that, manifests whatever, like education and everything. So this was like, this is fashion, but also it's like very formal. So, and now I just take them everywhere because like when I'm wearing a gown, no slippers, but like they go with every evening outfit. And I love them a lot for that.
Oh, I love this. Well, if we were in an elevator, I want an elevator pitch about yourself.
Ooh.
Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, great question. So I'm a creator and entrepreneur. I talk about education and business on my channels, and I have a company that helps people learn languages and take standardized tests so they can study in any university of the world.
How did you get there?
I started doing that myself because, I wanted to study in the US. I started exploring everything. I realized, if you take TOEFL, if you take GMAT, there are certain universities that provide financial aid for international students. And I applied to those universities. I got full financial aid, but also my company was growing at the same time. And we got an offer from 500 Startups, which is an accelerator in Silicon Valley, to invest in our company. And this is how we moved to Silicon Valley, but I also got accepted to those universities, but I never did any master's or MBA, which is still on my to-do list, maybe someday, or like PhD.
Yeah, when the kids grow up, right?
Maybe we'll just study together with them to do masters together.
That's a good plan.
Go to the same school. I think they'll be like, Mom, what are you doing?
Yeah. That's fabulous. So you come from a European Eastern country?
Eastern Europe, from Russia, yeah.
From Russia.
Yeah.
How is it going from one continent to the other? How old were you? You were a student.
I was 25. I was kind of also like, I feel like I'm still very Russian because like 25 years, I was born and raised there. My grandparents are there, my husband's parents are there. And it's like, I think the hardest part is just being away from your family. And like my parents moved to Thailand and it's still very far away. And when my friends share that, we took this weekend off with my husband, we decided to travel because my parents took over the kids. And I'm like, yeah, if my parents took over the kids, they have to fly 18 hours. So I think that's the hardest part, but also like just being an immigrant, being in this place with these amazing people, it's just, something I always wanted. So yeah, I feel very grateful.
Yeah, you should actually. You're so lucky.
Yeah.
Do you feel you set trends or you follow them?
Depends on the niche. Because I just starting out in fashion industry. Like I'm still searching for my style, and sometimes I'm like, I want to do this, but then the next day, maybe this. Like I feel like I'm still searching for my style, but a person who impacted me a lot, I met Natalia Vadanova, who's also from my country, and she's doing a lot in tech. So she's someone I look up to. And when I met her in person and I saw her style, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. This is how I want to look.
What does that look? What does that mean?
It's always so elegant. There is nothing like that she tries to show off with her style. It's always very on point. And you just look at her and it's not like, oh my God, something, feathers, pink.
Perfection.
But it's like
Inspiration.
very, very elegant. So this is how I try to look. I feel like this is very elegant. And feathers, they look right. Like
Yes.
they're not too much.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
so true. I looked like an ostrich the last day, like on the red carpet.
No,
So I
sometimes
feel
they're
like
great. It depends, right? And sometimes you're like, oh, this is a great dress. But then you look at the photos and like, I don't know. But like with this dress, I feel like this is exactly what I wanted to wear
and I can
today.
tell you're very confident. Talking about confidence, how did you build that up? Was it always part of your personality? Were you like this as a kid?
I feel like you just learn how to talk properly, but you're still like shaking inside. I feel like this is the trick that you learn. Yes, I'm confident when I'm in front of the camera because I'm doing this every day. Like this is my thing. But when I'm doing something new, of course, I'm shaking inside.
Yeah, are you?
Well,
So
yeah.
what is your relationship with social media? How do you set boundaries? How long do you spend? Like, how much time do you spend on social media every single day?
Yeah, I started setting boundaries actually because I feel like when I started, I was just sharing everything. But then at some stage, it became really hard to take people's opinions and like they have opinion on everything, especially when it comes to your kids, like you're not raising them correctly or whatever. Like when I had my first kid, I decided that not everything goes to social media. So yes, I only post about things that, I'm confident in, because if people's opinions start coming in, if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, then it's gonna affect me. So I'm only posting like if I'm 100% sure this is like something that I like, my style, whatever. Yeah, I try to take days off. Saturday and Sunday are my days with kids, so I try to stay away from social media.
What is the one advice you would give to someone that is just starting?
See, I feel like social media is becoming saturated with lifestyle creators, and it's really hard to stand out, especially if you're competing with people who are already established in the niche. So I feel like you need to niche down to something very, very small that seems small, but then you grow from there. For example,
Baby steps.
Cooking, yeah, like cooking, maybe it's just vegan recipes for, whatever, hormone balance. Or if you're in fashion, maybe it's like fashion for office work in winter. I don't know, like something very niche. You grow from there. Like I even
Just break it down.
yeah,
in little
like 9
chunks.
years ago, I started with GMAT prep. Like this is a test that people take to do their MBA. It's a very small market. But then you establish yourself in that market and you ask yourself a question like, what are these people looking for apart from GMAT? And like you start growing from there. I feel like it's really important to just niche down. The thing that's working on Instagram right now, it's crazy. If you post 3 reels a day, you grow over the roof. It's like
3 reels a day?
have you tried that? And you can also repost
try
your
that.
old reels. You can just post them once again. And we've been doing this for 2 weeks, and we got like 30 million views
What
in
a
the past
crazy
week.
tip.
It's crazy. And we're just reposting my old reels that have been performing well. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's working now, so do that.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, Marina, for
Thank
being here with us
Thank
today.
you. Great questions.
And
Thank you.
have fun tonight.
I
Shake
will,
it
I
off.
will,
You're
yeah.
ready.
The last night of
Mommy's
the
out.
festival. Yeah, exactly.
On the go
On the go.
with Ginta.